guys, how's it going? It is Saturday, April 1st, 2023. About 20 to 5 here this morning. I got the mixer tractor filling up right now, fuel, and then once I get that done, we gotta start mixing feed here. Hopefully get that done before the thunderstorm comes through, because I was looking at my radar and about 5:30 it's supposed to be a thunderstorm come through, and I could see the lightning over there in the distance. So yeah, it's gonna be a battle of Mother Nature, I think, today, because there's some severe storms coming and high winds. So I got that bale ground up, and then I brought the skid loader across, and now I just brought the tractor mixer across. Gotta get it started back up again. We'll put the high moisture corn in and corn silage. This is one of my favorite jobs. Usually don't get to do it too often around this time of the year because I'm milking, but in the summer when I don't have school, I usually mix feed in the mornings. This morning I'm not milking because our new milker, Mason, he's actually helping my dad milk right now. So I'll be milking this afternoon, so I'll be sure to film some of that. But anyways, let's get this feed mixed up. Feed all mixed up here. Got the skid loader parked back in the shed, and now I'm gonna take the tractor mix across and park it, and later on here this morning we can run the feed in the bunk. I think I might be getting low on calf feed, so gotta climb up here to the top and flip the lid open and look down inside. Then we'll be able to see how much we got. Quite a view up here. You can see the manure pit. It's a good bit hung up on this side here, but that probably won't last long. So definitely be next week here. We'll need some calf feed. Don't like to run out of it, because if it's on a weekend, usually you can't get it till Monday, and then the calves will be without grain and they'd have to eat hay and stuff, and that's just, it's not what we want. So we just gotta keep an eye on that, make sure we don't run out of it. That feed bin there is not quite as big as that one. It's a ways up there. That's for the cow feed, the protein pellets. They go in here, get augered out the bottom, and then taken into the feeders for milk. It's actually turning out, I think it's gonna be a pretty decent day here, but this afternoon might not be. I think we're supposed to get some storms, severe storms this afternoon, and some wind. So want to have the tractors ready to put on the generator, because we'll need that to milk if the power would go out. So the 2294 is already filled up. We'll most likely use it, but I like to, you know, keep 2 tractors filled up, because say maybe that tractor quit and this tractor didn't have enough fuel in it. How do we get fuel? Well, we could always put it in a container and then put it in the tractor. It's just easier to keep them both filled up and then not have to run into that. But a lot of times if the power's off for a long period of time, which most of the time it's not, but I'm not saying it's never got to be again, we like to have both tractors ready, because we'll oftentimes run one tractor for a little bit and then switch, give that tractor a break and put another tractor on, and then if it's still out, vice versa again. So I need to check the fuel on the 2290 here. I'm planning on pulling it out anyhow, because I want to get this 870 out to get the post driver out back here. It's behind that 870 and 3-point mower. My dad and Pap have been working up at the heifer farm this week of clearing out where the new fence is gotta go down below there. If you remember and you've been following along in the channel, this summer I made a video of clearing out above the field next to the road there, and then we put some new fence in right before we planted that up there. Now we're working at the bottom part of that. Yeah, there's quite a few trees they had to clear out and stuff down in there, but I believe they got the post laid out now, and they just got to get it on the skid loader sometime here and it dries off, and get them pounded in. I was checking the oils on it before I started it up, and I remembered I had not put any oil on it since I changed the transmission filters last, and you always lose a little bit of oil, and it could have been down a little bit, so see, I'll put some oil in it here. This tractor just had the engine oil changed in it, so should be in good shape. Got that thing moved out of there. I left it on the skid loader because I don't really trust it sitting there, because it could potentially fall. Find a good place to set it until we use it, but for now, gotta put that tractor back in the shed. Since it's nice out, I'm gonna give this girl a well-needed bath. It got pretty dirty when it was on the mixer, and it's a bunch of mud caped on it, and so got about half an hour here before lunch, so I think I can get her done. Got that tractor all washed up and got it put away. Now we're getting ready to start milking, and they're forecasting some bad storms here this afternoon, and the wind's picking up and it's starting to cloud up back there. It actually turned out to be a pretty nice day. It's probably in the 70s, so I would imagine we're probably gonna get a pretty good thunderstorm here this afternoon. So let's get started here at the milking. We'll go ahead and pop these wash cups off, put them in the trays, and then we can get cows in the barn. So I suppose I should give a rundown here on the milking parlor for anybody new that's watching. We got 8 milkers in here, 16 stalls, so I guess you can consider this a step-up parlor. Most step-up parlors come up here a little higher. The cows stand up higher than in here, but in those step-up parlors, the cows exit out the front. In here, the cows have to back out the same way they come in. So cows can step up higher than they can backing down. So that's why we can't have it very high in here. It would be nicer maybe someday to have it set up so the cows can exit out the front, have a rapid exit for the cows. It would probably be a lot quicker too, and more efficient and easier. This is the way things are in here. So we let 16 cows in, fill every single stall up. We'll start with the cows on the right side of the milker, get them cleaned up, get them milking, and then we'll clean the cows on the left side. We'll get the milkers on them, and then while they're milking, we'll bring new cows in here on the right, and then vice versa. So we milk every other cow. So instead of, you know, milking every other side in a regular parlor, we just milk every other cow on each side of the milker, if that makes any sense. Milk around 120 cows, and it takes around 2 hours to milk, sometimes a little longer. Dad and I can usually have all the cows in through here within 2 hours. Depends on, you know, how many cows we have to, how many treated cows we have to milk out last and stuff. So we do also feed in here. Earlier in this video I was mentioning the auger that comes in back there from the bin. It comes in to fill these feeders up. All you do is pull this rope, and it pulls a ball up inside here. It's normally down in here. It keeps the feed from falling whenever the feeders are filling up. But to feed the cow, you pull this rope and it'll pull that ball up in there, and that way the feed can fall down through the pipe. This setup's been like this for quite a few years now. Probably pushing 20, going on 30 years, I bet. The setup that was in here before was only 6 milkers, I think, and then the stalls are a little bit wider. So what they did is they come in here and put new headlocks and stalls in, and narrowed the stalls up, so the cows are pretty much touching each other down through here. But it was nicer to have 2 more units put in. Before that, I think there's 4 units, and then before that, my uncle milked in a tie stall barn. There's cows over there in the pen pack in the stable, and then there's cows over here. The cows faced each other, and then you just took milkers to each of the cows, and the cows stayed in here and they were tied in. Back in those days, it was a lot more work, but I think it'd be pretty cool if I could time travel to go back and, you know, farm with my great uncle and things were like that. I think it would definitely be pretty cool. My pap has told me stories in the past about he used to help milk and help my uncle pretty much full time, I believe, and he helps throughout the week when I'm not here. Helps my dad with feeding and field work and that kind of stuff, and then on the weekend it's just Dad and I that takes care of things, besides Mason that helps milk. But there used to be a silo here, and he said the feed, you'd have to go up in the silo, fork the feed out, and it would fall down like right here, and you'd scoop it up, and each cow would get like a bushel basket of silage, I believe, and then they'd also get like a handful of hay that would be thrown down through the mow up there. I got that side of the bunk scraped out there, and then on up there by the parlor there, that's the holding area, the whole side of that bunk, and then up there we swing that gate over. This gate here swings down around. So now I'm just chasing the cows out of the free stalls here over there. After I get them penned over, I can go ahead and scrape this side, and then we can get the milking. Oh ladies. buddy? Huh? Chase the cows over, Burley always manages to stay over on this side because he knows we're gonna bed the stable up, and whenever we have the gate open, he just makes his way in there and lays down after we put fresh bedding down. So that's what he was doing in there. He always just gets in there for some reason. And this afternoon, whenever I was chasing this last row of stalls out, I always open the gate up that way, and I hop in the skid loader. I can go back, don't have to hop out and open the gate up. Well, he made his way back in there and was in the sawdust and rattling the fan around, and he had that fan going back and forth, I'm telling you, and he's back here boring in the sawdust, and yeah, he's just something else. Usually he's fine, he doesn't come after you, but he just it's just a little ornery. Come on, what are you doing? Huh? Hey guys, I want to finish out this video by doing something that is going to make an improvement here this spring if we have to run tractors during the nighttime at all. You know, sometimes there's late nights working ground and making hay. This 2290 here, it's got 2 LEDs on the back that we put on last year. It's got the same lights, same frame like and stuff, but it's got these LEDs that fit in here. On the front, I got on the larsonlights.com. I'll put their link down in the description here of the video. So if you guys got any equipment that needs lights, or they got a bunch of other different accessories and that kind of stuff besides lights, but somewhere around that subject pretty much is what they handle. So it's got 2 halogens in the front hood. These tractors come out of the factory. You get a couple different light options on it. You could get lights on the front roof up there and on the back. The 2090 down there on the mixer, it has the lights on the front and they make a big difference. But this tractor here just has lights on the back of the fenders and the 2 lights in the hood. So I bought some LEDs here. Gotta go ahead and swap them out today, hopefully. First thing I gotta do here is lift the hood up. So we normally don't run very often at night. Most of the work gets done in the daytime, but you know, if they're calling for rain and we need to get the work done, we will run at night if we have to. You know, these old halogens, they're not very bright. Back then, whenever these tractors were made, LEDs weren't a thing, so I doubt these are the original lights. But this one here is not working. It's got moisture in it there, as you can see, and then they just basically get ruined once they get moisture in there. So gotta put some good LEDs in her. So we got this here piece that's connector like, because it's got this style plug on it. A little different than the old lights, but still should do the trick. Piece here gonna make a big difference here. Also got this kind of plug, which I'm not sure if it might be for international tractors. I know there's some combines that take these same lights, so there's quite a few different implements out there, machinery that takes these same lights, so they're pretty much universal. So I got the one put on here. It took a little bit because you have to take the old light out of this rubber thing here and put the new ones in. And let me tell you, it's not very easy to do. So I got this one back in. There's just 2 bolts that hold it in. Hold these brackets against here to keep them from falling out, but the rubber fits in this assembly here tight. So I have the other one to do here yet. And then with the wiring here, comes with this piece, and then these here ends are the same. So what I'll do is probably clean them up a little bit and put some PB blaster on them. And they fit in here, and then this plugs into that piece. So instead of having these 3 wires dangling there, you can put it in this piece here and it'll just plug right in there and it'll be pretty nice. Got these lights finished up here on this tractor. I'll go ahead and turn them on, see how bright they are. Real test will be sometime at night here. We're out in the field and it's opened up. Want to make sure we can see good with them. So you got low beams there. I don't know if you can see them shining. And then there's the high beams. There they are. They're pretty bright. Here's the back ones. I'll show you. So yeah, should be able to light things up here pretty good in the field. Now this tractor here has a turn signal knocked off up there, and then it has one over here on this side that used to work and then quit working for some reason, so I'll have to get a new bulb for that one. And I'm thinking about getting new turn signal to put on that there if I can find one. The lights here, the tail lights in the back, I just put new bulbs in them. Got them working good. The one was working, the other one, the bulb blowed out, so I just went ahead and put 2 new bulbs in them. And this tractor should be good for lights. I guess we'll see how we make out with them. If they're bright enough and they don't blow out real quick and they last a long time here, I might go ahead and put some in the front of the 2294 there. It has 4 LEDs across the front roof there, and then on the back has 4 LEDs, so it throws off a decent amount of light. It does have the halogens in the hood though, so once they blow out, or you know, sometime in the future, they'll probably get updated to LED lights too. And this tractor, maybe eventually sometime, but I think it'll stay halogen for now. All right, that's gonna conclude this video here. Like I said, I'll put Larson Lights, not sure what that cow's doing, but I'll put Larson Lights website down below. I think it's larsonlights.com. Put the link down there so you guys can check them out. Like I said, they have a bunch of lights and all different kinds of stuff that should fit your needs. They're similar to Tiger Lights, I believe, but Tiger Lights, they're like top of the line, and they seem to run pretty expensive. These here are like half the price. Whether they're knockoffs or not, I don't know. We're gonna put them to the test and we're gonna find out. Hope to see you guys in the next video. If you did like this video, hit that like and subscribe button down below, and let a comment down there if you got any questions for me, and or you got anything nice to say. So alrighty guys, see you later, have a good one.